What's going on, guys? My name is Dzus and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. So today's a very special day. I'm finally able to do something I've always wanted to do for a while. You guys can probably see it in the background behind me, but I got some Braum Seats. So let's jump straight into this thing. I'm gonna try to make this an instructional video without taking all day. You're gonna need seats, you're gonna need brackets. I picked up some frame sliders from Braum. They came with the seats. And the bracket, I picked them up from Planted. If you guys need the part number for what they are, here it is. So I got the tall bracket for both of them. I got the tall for the driver and I got the regular one for the passenger side. So they will both be sitting pretty high into the car. Next thing you're gonna need to pick up some hardware for your seat belt. The nut is going to be a 7/16 by 20 thread, and you're gonna need a washer to put on, unless you wanna fly out of your windshield. You're gonna need a drill if you wanna use a drill, or a ratcheting wrench. You're gonna need a 13mm socket for sure, and a 16mm socket. I'm gonna use that for the nut for my seat belt. Also, you're going to need something to take off the plastic electrical clips in the seat, as well as the vice grips. That's something for me specifically. You guys will probably have the right thing that you need, but I'll get into that later. Also, you're going to need an Allen key. This is a size 6 Allen key. And then also with the kit, you're going to get these bags of hardware to mount your frame slider, to mount your seat slider onto your seat bracket or seat mount. Alright guys, so one thing that you guys should know early, when you mount the bracket onto the seat or onto the sliders, the front mounting bolts and the rear mounting bolts do not line up. So for example, I already have this screwed in, so you can see the front 2 bolts in the holes. When you go up to the top, this is not a hole for it to mount up into. If you peek inside of there, you can see the holes in there, so you're gonna have to drill a hole. All right, so I already have my passenger seat taken out of my vehicle already. I'll explain how to take out the passenger seat. I'll do the driver's seat, and then we'll get this video done. So just a quick gist on things. So when you get the seat, you're gonna have these Allen key head bolts. In order to get the sliders on, this lever right here with the string on it, you'll see the string coming off of it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna push down on that, and then you're gonna be able to slide this down. When you do that, then you'll be able to access the holes to mount it on the top and on the bottom. This lever arm's not going to be on it. You compress it by pushing it in on both sides to get it onto these prongs. Depending on which way this string is facing, towards the back of the seat or towards the front of the seat, is going to determine whether you push up on the bar like this in order to slide the seat forward and back, or whether you push down on the bar to slide the seat forward and back. So with the string towards the back is push up, with the string towards the front it's push down. Alright guys, once you get that, this is the hardware that you're going to get in order to mount the bracket onto the slider itself. So they give you just one washer, but I don't recommend you use just one, because the diameter for this nut here, I mean, you could easily just damage it. So you're going to want to slide your slide assembly forward so you can have access to these 2 holes. If you guys have a regular Allen key, you guys can access it, stick it in there, no problem. However, I don't have any short Allen keys. That's why I have the vice grip. So that's the explanation for that. Alright guys, so the front bolts are bolted in. This is what I was talking about, those back bolts not lining up. You have a hole here and a hole here. you're not able to get anything through because the brackets just don't line up. So you're gonna have to drill through one of these holes in order to mount it in. Okay guys, so let's talk about the passenger seat removal. It's pretty straightforward. What you're gonna wanna do, imagine the seat's right there, boom, boom, boom. All right, you're gonna wanna roll the seat all the way back to give you access to the front mounting bolts, one right here, and one on the transmission hump. There's gonna be plastic clips that you're gonna have to pop off, just pull straight off on the front, slide them off, it'll give you access to the bolt itself. On the back of the seat, you're gonna wanna slide the seat all the way forward, which is gonna give you access to the rear mounting points. 1 and 2, same thing with the plastic clips, lift up and pull them off. Go ahead and remove them. I think they're size 14 or 13. It's a pretty high torque, so get your push-ups in. And then under the seat, you're gonna have these connectors. This connector specifically is a little different. You're gonna pull back on the yellow tab, pull it, and just it'll slide clean off. These white ones, however, have plastic tabs that you're gonna have to depress in order to pull them out. I suggest you guys use a flathead screwdriver or something for that. There are 4 of them that you're gonna have to pull off the back of them. Remember, this one is going to be for your seat belt, so keep this one ready. Don't destroy it unless you want your seatbelt light to be flashing all the time. Remember, on the back, this is for your seatbelt. Use this small plug, clip it in, and you're just gonna mount the 4 points at the base of the car, and that's it. I'm gonna get started on the driver's seat after this, and let's finish this thing up. I'm really excited to see how it's gonna look at the end, guys. Okay guys, so we got the seat unbolted. Good thing I'm changing the seats because these bolts, these mount bolts were not even torqued down. Super dangerous. But let's get this seat out. Let's get the bracket onto the new seat, and then let's see how it looks. Okay guys, first impressions, these seats are extremely comfortable. They're a little stiffer than the stock seats, and they actually sit a little bit lower than the stock seats do. Even though I got the tallest seat bracket from Planted. If you get the lower seat bracket for the driver's seat, you're definitely gonna be on the floor. For the passenger seat, I have the standard seat bracket, and I have passengers who are about 5'5", and they sit higher than me in the cars. What I might end up doing to remedy that a bit is to take the passenger seat off of the slider and just sit it on top of the bracket. And if you can see, the bolstering on the seat is maybe about 1 to 2 inches shorter on the driver's side than it is on the passenger side, and the slider is about maybe 1 inch thick, so it'll definitely even out the height of the seat. But other than that, I love the seats. I love the way it feels. Thank you for tuning in to today's video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you guys have any questions or comments at all, please put it down in the comment section below. I respond to all of you guys' messages. Well, yeah, until next time guys, peace.